Hey friends, what's up? How you doing? Thanks so much for joining me in today's video. We're going to be talking all about newest YSL release, their new Bare Look Tinted Moisturizer. Very excited. Love me some complexion products. So I am going to be doing a 2-day wear test on this guy right here. I'm going to show you primer, no primer, demo, all that good stuff. So if you're excited and this is your first time here, I'm Gigi. I am a registered nurse obsessed with skincare, beauty, and makeup. Here on my channel, I do a lot of unboxing reviews and hauls. If that's something that you enjoy, go ahead and click on the red button that says subscribe, and also go to my Instagram because over there I do keep you posted on new makeup sales, makeup releases, everything like that. So let's just go ahead and get started. Alrighty my friends, so let's get started, and I am very excited you guys because I love these kind of products. I love products that are like light to medium coverage, that you can build up the coverage if you need them to. This is also a hybrid on skincare and makeup, which is also my jam. If you know my channel, my content, then you know that I'm obsessed with Fenty the skin tint, I think it's called, the blurring skin tint. So I'm going to be comparing at the end of the video, you know, my thoughts on these two and which one I may or may not prefer. But this is my baby, this is my holy grail tinted moisturizer at the moment. But anyways, let's talk a little bit about this one by YSL. With this tinted moisturizer, YSL actually released 3 other primers, one mattifying, one hydrating, and then one color correcting one. I skipped on the primers, got enough. I don't use them too often, to be honest, so I decided not to go ahead and pick them up. But this is new Bare Look Skin Tint by YSL. It retails for 50 Canadian dollars, and it is a lightweight tint with hyaluronic acid and buildable light to medium coverage for a fresh, dewy complexion. The coverage is light, the finish is radiant, the formulation is liquid. As I mentioned, it has hyaluronic acid, which is gonna plump and moisturize your skin. It has glycerin, which is gonna trap moisture and hydrate the skin, and it has mallow, which is gonna visibly brighten the skin. This makeup moisturizer hybrid melts into the complexion for an effortless, no makeup look. The foundation's tube is made out of 30% post-consumer recycled material. The outer package is made out of Forest Steward Council cardboard to support forest management. So let's talk a little bit about the packaging before we go ahead and talk about the shades. As they mentioned, the packaging is made out of 30% of recyclable material. So it is a squeezy tube, which is really good. It actually looks pretty. It looks really clean. It looks really pretty. It is $50. It's a little bit pricey, like much pricier than, like, say the Fenty or other tinted moisturizers in the market. But this is YSL. YSL tend to have really like luxurious packaging. Like per se, let's talk about their blurring primer. It is very heavy duty. It is glass. It is, you know, nicely packaged. This is made from recycled material, same as the cardboard packaging, which is nice. Very conscious of them. I still like the concept of the packaging, and I do like you know, the outer packaging and what it looks like. So the aesthetics of the product, I think, is pretty. When it comes to the shade range, so as far as I could tell from Sephora, because that's where I purchased mine from, they have 20 shades, and I feel like it was really easy to find my shade. I'm usually medium. I went ahead and picked up the shade 9 medium with warm undertones, which I felt like it was fair. That's what I usually go for in every single brand, and I think that it was pretty accurate. I must say that in the demo you can see that it looks a little bit light, but it really, you know, sets well in my complexion, and I think that now it is a perfect match. I'm not looking light or anything like that. I didn't want to go any darker because summer is almost over and I tend to, you know, lose color very quickly. So I think this color is going to be perfect, you know, like all year round, unless I'm super tan, that if I am, then I can mix it with something else. But this is what it looks like, one light layer of the product. On my right side, I went ahead and applied the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and I only applied it on my T-zone and on my cheek area. I didn't go around my chin because then I get a lot of dryness there. And then on the left side of my face, I didn't apply any primer. I just had my moisturizer underneath, and that's it. So you can see that it looks glowier on the left side than the right side. The right side, I had the Tatcha primer, which made it a little bit more matte. The left side, it just looks a little bit more natural, a little bit, just skin-like, which I like. Then I went ahead and applied one more dot right on the center of my cheek area, which is where I need more coverage, and I'm happy with, the results, what it looks like. Now take a look at what my complexion looks like right now, really up close. I really love how it's sitting on my complexion today. I think that it looks really pretty. You can still see some of my acne spots. You can see some of my hyperpigmentations, acne marks, whatever you want to call it. But I think it looks pretty. It looks like skin. It's not sitting heavy. Only it is sitting a little bit heavy right there on my nose, but on the prime side where I use the Tatcha. So the Tatcha primer tends to really dry me out, so I have to be really careful where to place it, and that's why I only put it on my T-zone and on my cheek area. I didn't go around my mouth because I get really dry around there, and I didn't apply primer on this side. I only applied it right on my nose. But yeah, it's looking really heavy right there, which I'm going to just try to blend it and see if it makes it better. But it is sitting weird and heavy on both of my sides, more on the Tatcha side than on the other one, but it is doing the same thing on both sides. So take note of that. Other than that, it looks really good. Looks really pretty. I think that my complexion looks beautiful. I didn't feel like I needed to use a lot. You could see the texture is a little bit thick, so it doesn't budge, it doesn't move, like you squeezed and it's just there put. So I was surprised at the coverage. I thought that it has a good light medium coverage. It was actually really good. This product is gonna be less is more for you. I can already say that because yesterday I applied a little bit too much and I was feeling heavy and cakey all day long, and I set with my one size powder yesterday and I didn't like this combination. I felt like this really dried out this product. But anyways, I'll talk about that at the end after this video when I show you what I'm looking like. It is about 8:05-ish. It is very early this morning. I decided to film early and I'm gonna wrap up the video at the 5 or 6 hour marks. We'll see if I can, I may stretch it as much as I can, but today we have a soccer game and so I have to go out. Don't know what time I'll come back, so I do want to get this video out for you all tomorrow. Everything that I have on my face is going to be listed below. I use the pretty Dior highlighter, which I'm obsessed with, very pretty, and I also use one of their liquid lipsticks, which I'm also obsessed with. But that's it, you guys, for now. I'm going to stop rambling. I think I have nothing else to say other than it is early. Let's get this square test going. I'm going outside. I'm going for a walk. So we're gonna put this guy to the test. I am gonna wear a mask. I did yesterday, so I have some thoughts about mask wearing and these products. So I'll share those when I come back in the afternoon. So I'm gonna see you guys then. Hey friends, and I'm back, and it is almost 2 p.m. in the afternoon. It is 1:55, so almost 2 p.m. and as I mentioned, I'm ready to wrap up the video because I'm leaving soon. So let me show you what I look like and then I'll tell you what I feel like and how I feel about this product. Alright, so as you can see, it looks pretty good, right? What do you think? In my opinion, it looks quite good. Of course, my nose is oily. Tatcha didn't do anything about those oils because they just picked out today is so warm. So I am going to blot. If you are one that don't mind blotting, then you're not gonna really mind a little bit of grease, right? So that really takes care of the problem, but it transferred to my paper, so keep that in mind. I don't know if you can see. Look at that. So you can tell that I didn't blot right there, but I did there. So that goes to show what happened to me yesterday, which I just mentioned I was going to talk about when I came back. So pretty much yesterday I wore this foundation. This is what it looks like right off application. I was outside in my car ready to leave home, and that was about 9 in the morning. So I felt like it looked a little cakey, I'm not gonna lie. It looked really heavy. I didn't apply any primer yesterday. I applied a ton of it. I don't know what came about me. I just applied a ton, much more than I did today. And then it was so tacky, it was so much, it remains sticky on my face, and that's something that I cannot deal with. So I went ahead and just applied a lot of the one size powder, which I mentioned, but I applied a lot, you guys. That really kicked up my makeup. It really did. It was totally my fault. You know, like, it was really not the product's fault, and that's why I needed to do a second wear test. I needed to try it again and make sure that it was, you know, my application method. Some hours went by, maybe 3 or 4 hours, and my natural oils came came through, and it started to look a little bit better. But even so, I just felt like my makeup didn't look great all day, to be honest. It did transfer to my mask quite a bit. I didn't take a shot of it, but it transferred, completely transferred. So with no primer, I had no bronzer, no blush. It was splotchy all over the place. Not a really good look. Today I haven't, like, I went out, I went for a walk, I came back, but I haven't worn a mask because we were outside, you know, from home park here walking, and so I didn't use a mask, and so I can't tell you about, you know, the mask, if it will transfer. We could tell that it transferred to the blotting paper. So keep that in mind. This is a transferable product, but I mean, it's a tinted moisturizer, right? It's not like it's a heavy duty foundation that you wanted it to stay put. This looks really beautiful. It looks really natural, and I didn't mind. I don't mind a little bit of blotting. I don't mind a little bit of transferring, you know, as long as I look presentable. I like it. I really like this product. I think it's a very, very lightweight. I think that it looks really nice. It looks like skin. I think like it looks beautiful. Everything is stayed put for a good 6 hours. I applied at 8 in the morning. So I think this looks good. When it comes to the prime side, I don't really see a huge difference on Tata's side versus, you know, this by itself. I don't really see much, but if I wore a mask, I'm pretty sure the Tata is gonna help that better, because it's a primer, is, you know, is trying to grip onto this product better than nothing. I mean, the moisturizer, but I had it sitting for an hour before I came down to film. So I say, if you're planning to wear this, and if you're planning to go out, wear a mask, to prime. They do have different primers in their line, as I mentioned, so I do suggest, you know, looking into them if you're wanting to try a primer. If not, I really like their, maybe you have this already, I really like this by YSL. I want to try them together next time to see how that goes. But for today, to wrap up the video and my final thoughts, I think that this is a beautiful product. It's a beautiful product for someone that wants natural makeup, that just wants a tint. It is truly a tint. It looks like skin. It looks beautiful. This is for someone that has combination skin like me and dry. If you're oily, I don't think it's really like, it is hydrating. It really lets you be, it really, you know, lets your oils come out. So if you're oily, unless you really mattified with a powder and with a primer together, maybe. Today, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned, not sure, but I did use Dior setting powder, and this powder looks very natural. So I really like the fact that this didn't kick off my makeup. I didn't apply too much. I just applied the right amount to set it, and then my makeup isn't slipping, sliding everywhere, because that's something I cannot, you know, I cannot take it. But anyways, you guys, I think this is pretty. I think it's a beautiful product by YSL. I am actually interested to try their primers. I know they also have a setting spray, which I may get to try as well. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the new YSL skin tint. I think it's beautiful. Oh, I did mention that I was gonna compare it to Fenty. I don't know, Fenty still got my heart. I think this is a little bit more long wearing. If you ask me, this doesn't transfer as much as this does, so that's something that I really like about the Fenty. Not to say that it doesn't transfer, because it does. I did review this guy. I'll pop it above if I remember, but this is a good product. It stays put longer than this one, but I think they're beautiful, very comparable. If you're looking for something more hydrating, go with this one. If you're looking for something more long lasting, a little bit more satin matte, go with this one. Alrighty friends, and that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this product? Are you thinking about trying this new skin tint by YSL? Did you get to try it yet? Any thoughts, any comments, anything at all? Just drop it below. Thanks so much you guys for love and support. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.